Well, hello, and welcome back to Idle Slayer. So, if you are wondering, yes, we are. We are continuing the Shovel Knight. I almost said Slayer Knight, yeah. So let's go see the Shovel Knight. And if you're wondering why I'm still in the jungle, I didn't want to set my portal on cooldown. What's that? I went to your dimension with this. Interesting. Let's use it. How do we activate it? Hit it from below. Okay, here we go. I hope it works this time. That looks suspicious. Oh, shoot, where are we? This is Shovel Knight's Shovel Blade. You pick it up. That doesn't look good. I sense an unusual source of strength in you. Have you seen a blue knight with a shovel? So you're in league with that shovel-wielding fool? I am Spectre Knight. Associating with him will be your undoing. Prepare to perish. Oh no. Boss fight. I missed the chat box. Wait, what? Did he take away my arrows? Oh. Great, excellent. Stop running! Just finish me off. Let me start over. Wow, who would have thought it'd be another boss fight that was an exercise in frustration for Zerdon? With your last effort, you create a small portal and escape before dying. Yep. Yep, I saw that coming. Alright, let's try and read the pop-up this time. It's Spectre Knight, we know this. And evil forces prevent... No! Pablo, why would you take away my bow? It's like he watched all my videos, wow, of how I beat every one of his bosses. And he's like, oh, this guy's using the bow? Oh, we can't have that. Alright, well, you know what? This is going great. We'll just run into your blade. I have managed to do 0 damage to this guy because I'm so good. This is going to be a long episode and an exercise in frustration, just like the first time we fought the boss. Beautiful, except I don't even have my bow. Like, my one weapon, Pablo took away from me. Yep. I already hate this. I hate this event. I absolutely hate the, you know... I'm sorry, I hate it. Where's my bow? Nice. Oh, is that the thing? Like when he's far? I'm not about this life. Victor Alpha, like I finally got to the point. Yep, you got me. I've managed to once again do 0 damage to you. This is a mate. Let's just end it. I'm just gonna sit here. Hurry up and finish me off. Thank you. We're not even trying anymore. This guy's OP to the max. I can't believe I can't use the bow. This is so ridiculous. Why is my bow cursed? Why can't I go get a better bow? I really, 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 really dislike these kind of boss fights in an idle game. This is the opposite of idle. This is now an aggravation game. You know, I was hoping I was beyond all this with Victor Alpha. Hopefully I never see this guy again after the event, because this is where the event's going to end for Zerdin. If I wanted to go play Mega Man, is this Mega Man? I don't know. Shovel Knight, I'd go play Shovel Knight. And we aren't even hitting him. Like, what's up? He's moving away so quickly. Get him! Okay, finally hit him. And this is probably the easy one, too. Damn it, now you're going to run all the way away. We at least finally have damaged him. There are points on the board now, officially. That's... Part of it, too, that frustrates me is our complete lack of mobility compared to the boss. Oh, come on! And I'm sure... Alright, we're just gonna end it. Come on. Come and get me. Come on, hurry up. Hurry up and finish me off. There's no point in me continuing this fight. Thank you. Yep, if you're wondering, does Zerdin hate this boss fight? The answer is yes. Not just yes, a resounding yes. A super yes. The fact that they took away my bow. Because if I had my bow, I could just chip him to death, do it real slow like we did with Victor. And it would have been no big deal. And that timing on that is so weird to me. Oh, nope. Yep, he got me. And he gets to run all the way to the other side of the screen. That's the other thing. It's not just that I lose a heart. It's that mistakes are so punishing, I have to try and cheat. Just finish me off. I don't even care. Not even... This attempt's over. Hurry up, Mr. Stupid Scythe-wielding idiot. Come on, hurry up. There you go, you figured it out. I do wish there was like a bail option, like a way to just quit the fight. Because honestly, like if I'm only getting in one hit, it's not worth my effort to continue. Yes, get some shots in before he curses. I can already see the comments now about how, wow, a boss with 2 attacks. It's just... How many times I gotta say, this isn't the kind of game that I want to play. Like, people who enjoy platformers and stuff like that, more power to you. It's just not what I'm looking for when I play Idol Slayer is probably the best way to put it. I thought he almost got me with that one. Especially with this weird delay of his swing. Why can't you just swing instantly? Yep, now run to the other side because you hit me, so now I get punished. Just finish me off. I already lost 2 hearts. And part of my frustration, too, with this and Victor Alpha and all the other fights in this game is there's no progression. It's not like I can say, okay, well, I'm too low of a level to fight this. Can I go level up? Can I go get some equipment or something else that makes the fight easier? You know, that's not an option. I honestly don't really... Alright, I'm just done. Just finish me off. I'm done. Not even gonna try. Just go ahead, do whatever you're gonna do. Take me out. Now again, I wouldn't be mad if I was playing a platformer or this was the type of game that I was playing. I just really, again, I feel like these boss fights, in my opinion, too difficult. The game gives you no way to get better at them, really. The only reason I got better at the Victor Alpha fight was I finally got the second arrow thing. So, and it took a really long time. And they already took my bow away. I mean, I'll keep trying it for a little bit, but I'm probably going to have to call it at some point because I'm not going to spend an hour trying to do this like I did with Victor. I'm probably just going to call it. You know, these kind of fights actually frustrate me to the point where I honestly would be fine almost with having somebody remote into my computer and do the fight for me. Because this is just not the kind of games that I enjoy playing. And like the rest of Idol Slayer is great. It's an idle game. You know, I like that. Alright, we're done. I should have already been done. I already lost a heart. And again, I would really like the ability to just quit early, like say give up. Because instead, now I just have to sit here and wait for him to finish me off so I can start the fight again with full health. You know, he has full health, I have down 2 hearts, there's no point in continuing. And I know people are going to say, well, you'll never clutch by doing that. And I'm like, I'm not looking for a clutch fight. That's not the kind of fight I enjoy. I want a fight where I completely destroy the other side, even if it means that there's some kind of... I have some kind of unfair advantage. It's also not fair. He has a range attack and I don't. And see, I also don't know, should I be doing wind dash? Should I be doing my other dash? Should I be doing both of them? What? Because I have seen like this guy do a speed kill of somebody, and he was switching between wind dash and the other one. Oh great, now he just runs away anyways. And then I'll keep going because I actually have done 4 bars of damage on him, and I'll keep going, but I'm gonna lose. It's inevitable now at this point. Pablo, damn it. I'm just not a Twitch gamer like this anymore, and I don't mean streaming on Twitch. I mean, you know, these kind of fights which rely on responsiveness. I just don't play games like this anymore for this very reason. Unless they have save states or something like that. Or they have a way for me to, like, reduce the difficulty. Or a mechanic where you can level up. Because when there's a level up mechanic, it's not as big a deal, because it's like, okay, well, I can always just go grind until I'm stronger than the boss. You know, I'm not trying to do like a low-level... I never do a low-level game. But I mean, if you watch games on this channel, I play Starfield and stuff like that. But again, Starfield's a game... Alright, well now... See, I didn't do anything anyways. We're just going to let him finish me off. There you go. This just isn't, you know... It's like games like... I guess this is what Shovel Knight is. This explains perfectly why I've never played Shovel Knight. If this is the type of game it is... you know, I have no interest in, and again, a lot of it too is difficulty too, right? If it was an easy game like this that was a platform, I probably wouldn't mind playing it. But, you know, I find this difficult. And again, I wish there was just a way for me to end the fight. I would just end the fight right here, go back and start again, because having done no damage to him and down 1 heart, to me, might as well just not do anything and start over. So we're going to throw this... It's already been 15 minutes of fighting this jerk. I will say, Leaf Blower Revolutions does bosses better than this. And I have a feeling this is only going to get worse. Like, after we fight Spectre Knight, there's going to be another one, and another one, and I don't know how many bosses I'm going to have to fight. I'm kind of curious how... Yep, done. Go ahead, finish me off. I don't care anymore. Well, I have learned something from this crossover that I never want to play Shovel Knight. Unless the game has save states, and unless it's a Metroidvania where you actually get, you know, stuff like that, have save states, and, you know, can have an easier difficulty. This is the same reason I didn't play Elden Ring. If I wanted a game, and again, I have other criticisms about Elden Ring, but if I wanted a game to be hard and frustrate me, at least with Elden Ring, you can level. But again, my whole thing with a game like Elden Ring is when you tune the difficulty to be super difficult. Well, that was good. Yep, I've screwed it. Nope, we're done. Go ahead and finish me out. Anyways, back to my thing about Elden Ring. Is when you make a game so difficult, the way I would play Elden Ring is just play the most OP build. Not that I probably wouldn't do that anyways, but I feel like knowing that the game is difficult, I'm much more inclined to play the most OP build. There we go, you finally did it. And part of it too, to me, is the control scheme that I'm using makes it extra frustrating. You know, as someone who plays not on a tablet, I would want to, you know, I'd prefer. Honestly, I get it. A shoot button isn't really relevant here. Done. Finish me off. But, you know, I'd be used to having more, like, for example, what I have to do between Wind Dash and Sprint. I think this is Sprint? Is it still called Sprint? I don't really remember. The fact that I have to switch back and forth, that to me, as somebody who's playing on a... I get that the goal is for PC and tablet and mobile to have the same experience. But for me, on PC, I feel like I should have a different button for Wind Dash. I feel like I should be able to rebind the keys, too. That's another thing that I don't really like, my inability to rebind, because I would have switched jump and dash to X and Y a long time ago. And honestly, I just feel like this is a preview of like a boss gauntlet that we're going to face. You know, it's going to be Spectre Knight. It's probably going to be some other people until we get Shovel Knight back. And I'm also not looking forward to that, obviously. I would very much appreciate at least a way to forfeit option. I'm going to give this probably another 10 minutes, and if I don't feel like I'm making progress, I'm just going to have to end the video without defeating this guy. What I will do is I will end up looking for somebody else's strategy on how to beat this, because I'm clearly doing something wrong. I'll keep going, because we at least got him a little bit down. What? Okay. Yeah, like I was afraid of. It's just. Yep, knew that was coming. And again, part of my complaint here is that it's getting hit is so punishing. Because you basically, you know, the boss gets to run away and you have to chase the boss. Like, I don't like that. I really don't like that. I don't have a good alternative suggestion. You know, my alternative suggestion is, of course, just make the boss easy. You know. I'm looking up Shovel Knight after this. I have no idea what Shovel Knight is. You know, I thought it was a Metroidvania, but I don't really know. And not that I'm a huge Metroidvania fan. Super Metroid was great. But again, I would say Super Metroid, from a boss standpoint, was easier than this. Because, you know, you had power-ups and stuff like that you could get. There's a lot of things you can do, in my opinion, I need to focus. And that, if you're wondering what happened there, that's because I had the wrong power selected for that. Oh, well, we lost this. I was glad to see in the comments that at least I wasn't the only one that had these problems. Well, we're at least, I'll say this, we've at least made progress. I'll try to stick this out until I beat it. I'm just not happy with this kind of gameplay, and I think I've made that clear. But again, to me, it's just the difficulty. If this was easy, I ran through this and one-shot this guy, I wouldn't have any complaints. But that's a difference. I guess Shovel Knight's one of those harder games that, again, I don't really enjoy playing. I will be looking Shovel Knight up after this. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm gonna lose this. This is even worse. I can't see. How are you supposed to do this? I can't see anything. Extremely disappointing. Honestly, if I could have kept the bow, I wouldn't have cared, because I would have just, you know, done my bow thing and hit over here and just shot him. Damn it. I also dislike that the health has certain breakpoints where they run away. Well, at least we're making it to phase 3. The phase where you can't see anything. Oh, thank goodness. Well, you know, it's right around what I said, 27 minutes. I do not, I hope I never have to do that fight again. Just, I'm not, the boss fights in this game, just not my thing. Okay, well, I guess that's that. One down. There's no sign of Shovel Knight. Create a portal. I honestly thought that was going to be the end of the event for me. But it turns out you really have to switch and use all your dashes. Again. Oh, what's this? Uh-oh, Leaf Dude. Oh, hey, our buddy that gave me Wind Dash. Slayer, is that you? Higgins, what are you doing here? Nature has told me what you're going through. Oh, really? Were you spying on me when I was raging about that boss fight and all the other things? Special random boxes are hard to control, huh? Yes. Well, that's why they're called random. Ho, ho, ho. Thank you, Santa. They have a huge amount of unstable energy. However, there's a secret. I can catalyze them to stabilize the energy and use them to create stable portals. However, I need an object from that dimension in order to do that. I have something from there. You show him the shovel blade. Good, then we need another special random box. Bring it to me so I can help you with this. New upgrade available, the Dig Pile Quest 2. Okay. Whew. Dig up 150 piles from bonus stages. Okay. That is something I can do. So we're still... Yeah, I don't mean to get so frustrated. It's just... I really don't play games where there's no... I don't know how to describe it. Well, let's take Super Metroid versus Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Both are Metroidvania games for obvious reasons. I have no idea what Shovel Knight is. Is it just a platformer? With boss fights? Like Super Mario? Alright, I was hoping we would just get a bonus stage like that. We got an invasion. Okay, we got the piles. I do have to focus here. Yeah, if you're wondering, I intentionally bled that out so I would get that dig pile. So that's 7 piles for the first bonus part of the bonus stage. I like that. It's just like the bonus stage. You guys had to really get me to switch to use the silver blades in the harder one because I just didn't like failing. That's why I have them turned off here, because it's more like I'm doing this not for the bonus options, but for the dig piles. So I have all the hard stuff off. For that, plus I never practiced this one with... Damn it, I always miss that one. So I didn't want to try to do it. Oh, good, I got it. Missed one of them, got the other one. 12 piles, that's pretty good. And I really don't mean to complain so much. It's just like, that's just like not the kind of game I play. Like, the whole reason I like Idle Kingdom Defense is because it's the opposite of Twitch. You set it on auto attack and they just fight. What I do is make the decisions of how to invest in the heroes, you know? Granted, it is kind of a simple version of the game. But that's, you know... I'm not against... but I wouldn't say it's easy. There's clear progression and stuff like... I mean, at least when we have more regular updates, there was. I'm holding out for that Mythic Plus update. But... Okay, we got this one. Now, the next one... 15, not bad. Yeah, I heard that this bonus stage was so much better for dig piles than the other one. Thank you for the person in my comments that pointed that out. I really appreciate that because, yeah, I 100%, I think I did both of them last time. I got like 33 here and I got 16 in the other one. Okay. Oh. Okay, we don't have the speed boost here. That's fine. I can just... Again, my goal is not to actually complete this segment. My goal is to just get as many of the dig piles as I can. So I have to make sure that when we get close, that we run it out of time and we force a continue. And I think I'm going to fail that spectacularly. I did. Alright, again, the goal was to get to the second wind because... It's the amount of dig piles, and the ones that you dig and fail still count. So you want to make sure to use that continue if you can. To try to optimize the number of digs you can get. Of course, we do want to complete it this time. You can't continue a continue. That actually would be an interesting upgrade, the ability to continue a continue. I still want one, Pablo, where at the end of the bonus stage, you just automatically do rage. Like, there's no this, you just, boom, go into rage mode instantly. So we'll see how many we walk away with after this. I'm tempted to check something. Yeah, I do have a bunch of these eggs. I just don't remember how many feathers we get. Oh, we get 9 feathers. It used to be more. Okay. Because okay, well, I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad that wasn't a special. I probably would have been paying more attention if that was a special box. So since we have that many, there's no reason we can't just do this and see what the next part is. So we'll go ahead and do that. It's gonna be I will have to craft some dragon eggs. We'll crack a couple here. I have plenty. I was actually saving them for this update. Okay, that's 6 scales. That's what I'm looking for, really. Ooh, Jewel of Soul. That's nice, too. Divinity points. That's kind of nice. 2 Jewels of Soul. That's nice. Got to pay off that 4 Jewels of Soul total now with that. Got to pay off that debt from Shovel Knight, plus all the other debts I have. So that's 6 dragon scales. I'm just looking to get a couple dragon scales. Ooh, up to 5 jewels. Okay, there's this 6. We'll stop. Get this. Get the bonus stage. Okay, here we go again. Will we get dig piles? Spirit boost. Dig piles. Alright, we got the piles. I forgot to check how many we got. We'll check after this. If there is another boss fight after this, I won't be doing the boss fight in this video. I will wait and do the boss fight in another video. But since, you know, this is actually not likely to take too long to get all the dig piles, we'll do them real quick. I should have waited longer. 8 piles. That's pretty good. You know, I forgot to whetstone. But considering how many bonus stages I've done... Whoops. I get that one. I always miss that one. Damn it. Nice. $11 piles, not bad. Oh, oh. I'm not really worried about soul multipliers right now. I feel like a jerk because I get so frustrated. And I mean, the boss fight wasn't... It was hard, but it wasn't as hard as I was making. I don't know. I beat it in a half hour. That's better than I did with Victor. I just get so frustrated, I guess. I will say I don't like the way the two boosts interact as a PC gamer. I totally understand that we have to accommodate mobile players, but I wish it was easier on PC. Like, I wish I had more buttons. Ooh, an update to the bestiary. I've killed enough of those guys because of all the bonus stages I've had to do. See, the funny thing was I was considering playing The Legend of Zelda, but, you know... Oh, shoot, 15 piles. I screwed it up. Totally screwed it up. Totally screwed it up. I should have been able to get another 15 piles from that one. Oh, well. It's not a total loss. Alright, let's take a look how far along we are to see how many more. Okay, if we got 50, we got 36 to go. That's an easy choice to just do another one. Just to see where this ends up. And is it just me, or is the chest hunt a lot more common? Not that I'm complaining, it just seems more common. And again, it could be because it's easier to pick up now with the extra radius on the wind dash. And because I do feel like I was missing it quite a few times before when I would wind dash. But I was just sort of curious. Yeah, we do have a 10x soul multiplier, but we are not going to take advantage of that right now. Much more focused on doing the... I really wish it wasn't tied to the portal cooldown. I wish it was like an item or something, like the I almost missed that one. The village. Okay, so we just need to get 36... Oh, no dig piles. Alright, we'll try another one. Since you get 9 feathers a week, I'm not too concerned about using some of the feathers. I forgot how many we get a week, and for the sake of just getting through this... But like I said, we are not going to... If there's another boss fight, we'll save that for tomorrow. I was honestly... The part of why I was so frustrated, because I sincerely thought I was staring down a boss gauntlet. That I was going to fight Spectre Knight, then there was going to be another one, and another... I don't know how many bosses. And again, I don't mind it in certain contexts. Like, if I was playing a game, like a platformer with bosses, like a Mario game, I wouldn't complain, because that comes with the package, right? What I like generally about incremental games and idle games is that if there is a boss fight, and again, we did get a buff to how easy it was to defeat Victor Alpha, but that took a while. Is that there's a way to progress, right? Like again, I go back to Symphony of the Night. I can at least level up. That's honestly, as a kid, like, I know I played a lot of games late. Like, I played a lot of games that were... I got them time shifted. I don't know the best way to put it. But I had gotten the games when it wasn't like... I got NES games when it was like the end of the Super NES era and the beginning of the PlayStation era, I want to say. You know, I was a kid. Memory's kind of fuzzy. But because of how hard the NES, like, platformer games were and stuff like that, and I wasn't really, you know, I wasn't really good at finding guides on the... I don't even know if the... Yeah, I guess the internet was around, but I wasn't any good at finding, like, help on the internet. That, I actually moved towards RPGs. And some of the RPGs I found, like, I had, like, the manuals and stuff like that, amazingly. Because they were hand-me-downs. And with the manuals and stuff like that, a lot of the manuals actually had, like, little strategy guides in them. So when I got stuck, I could at least consult that. Nope, here we go. Bonus stage dose. Please have dig piles. We need 30s. Okay, well now this is turning into it. Like, I guess dig piles are... I was lucky, or dig piles are rarer than I thought. I don't know. This didn't happen to me. I think I only had one, so this will be my third one so far that didn't have dig piles. And two in this video. Now this video is getting kind of long, so I'm hoping we can finish this up and see what comes up next. Dun, 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 dun. I'm also still waiting for my bonus orb magnet thing. That's also on my wish list. As well as, like, as soon as you get, you know, you clear a bonus stage and upgrade that puts you into rage mode. Two things on my wish list. I really just want the rage thing the most, so I don't have to, like, sit here, try to shoot these guys with an arrow and all that nonsense. Just go into a rage. Just clear out the whole end of the stage for me. Plus, it would probably speed the bonus stage up. Which I think is a good thing. I honestly don't know how long a bonus stage takes. Okay, we're gonna have to try again to get dig piles. I'm really curious what kind of game Shovel Knight is, because I've heard of the game, I never played it. Again, like, I'm more interested in RPG style games. If you can't tell from my history of Final Fantasy on the channel, just games with leveling mechanics in general. Some kind of leveling mechanic. I really don't enjoy games that, you know, I don't even know the right way to phrase it. Where you're like, your character doesn't get stronger in the game, the only way you get better is by skills you acquire outside of the game. I don't really enjoy games like that, and I think it's because I've played MMOs for so long, and there's always so many different ways to progress in an MMO and all this stuff. That, you know, that's just not a thing. Alright, we're gonna try again. Again, these aren't really that expensive. 9 feathers a week, not a big deal. It's more like, how many do I have to... Oh. How many am I going to have to hit until I get the thing I want? I don't even know how many of the feathers I have. I know it's a lot. Yeah, 343, because I don't really use them for anything. I've never been really... And to me, the game runs funny. It seems like... Okay, we got the piles. Okay, we just need to grab 36 piles. I should not have jumped there. That was unnecessary. 7 piles with that one. Also, because I nerfed everything, I do have the extra 4 seconds, because I certainly was not leaving... even without knowing this event, I'm just not familiar with this bonus stage, because I always do bonus stage 3. So, like, the last thing I was going to do was make this bonus stage harder. Why did you not... He didn't dig. Pablo, he didn't dig. Should have jumped there. Okay, you dug that one. Uh-oh. Whoops. Oh, that's fine. And this is what I mean being out of practice with this stage. I made it look easy the first times, but I certainly am not... I didn't think this first part had to be that precise, but maybe it did. Oh, that's fine. Not the best, the last one's clearly better, but I got the 9 piles. Hopefully I got close to 9 piles on the other one. If so, even if it's 6, we can put that in as 15 plus 7 from the beginning is 22. We just need to get 14 piles between the last ones. So let's see how that goes. 1. I don't have the speed boost, so this will be... I'm not going to try and count these. Let's just make sure we complete the stage successfully. Okay, we got plenty of time. I wouldn't be surprised if we get close on this. 13. Not bad. So yeah, this really does expect that you're going to use that specialization to create some bonus stage boxes. That's something I've wanted for a long time. But now I have to finish this. We don't have a choice. We're looking okay. Probably need to get a few more. Okay, that should be good. And will I'm sure I got plenty. 15. So I'm pretty sure we got it covered. So like I said, thank you to whoever pointed out that the secret is bonus stage 2. This is how you can progress that pretty easily. I mean, considering it's been 22 minutes and we got our 20-something, we got our 140 piles. And we got a Boreas lung. Oh, I forgot to do my other thing. Oh well, it's not a big deal. I should have been doing that. Okay, so now let's see where this leads us. Alright, Higgins, I got your thing. I will. Oh, I have to buy the upgrade. Here we go, Higgs. Fantastic, you got another one. Now I need one thing from that dimension. Give the shovel blade. Good. Stay back. The special random box has been catalyzed. You have recovered the shovel blade. Now you should be able to go to wherever you desire. Nature is calling me somewhere else. Thank you, Higgins. I forgot to say that. See you later, pal. Alright, thanks, Higgs. Oh, we found Shovel Knight, thank goodness. Shovel Knight seems to be in danger. Throw the shovel blade. Thank you, whoever is behind this rock. I was gonna say, can we whack the rock with the shovel? Oh, it's you. It's great to see a familiar face. After stepping through that portal, I found myself back in the forest. These days have been a challenge without my shovel blade. I can create another portal. Fate has made it clear I need to set off alone to find Shield Knight. My journey continues. It's been an honor to explore your world. Before I take my leave, I'd like to give you something. The golden shovel. Here, take this. New upgrade available, golden shovel. Farewell, brave adventurer, until our paths cross again. Is this the end of the event? Oh, okay, event completed. You have completed the event. You can still come back here until the event ends. So what is the golden shovel? It is a 4% CPS and soul bonus. Well, we did it! I might have raged. I might have had problems with the boss. I might have been very upset. Well, that was where the worm was. But we have successfully completed the event. Okay, now I'm gonna go get my trees. Woohoo! I didn't think we'd be done in this few videos. But we did it! We have completed the... You have no idea how happy I am to have completed the event. You have no idea. My happiness is endless. So... feel free to make fun of me for how frustrated I got in the comments with that boss. It was certainly unique. Hopefully we don't have to fight it again. I really missed my bow. That was the thing. Like, not having my bow was very difficult not to have my bow. So I am assuming if you do not do this event, you will not get the golden shovel, which seems to be a permanent 4% CPS and soul unlock. So you do need to do your best. Obviously, if you do not have Wind Dash, I have no idea how you would beat that dude, the Spectre Knight. I mean, because that was hard for me and I had Wind Dash. I can't imagine how hard it would be for somebody who doesn't have Wind Dash unless you're a lot better at those type of boss fights than I am. I was actually horrified that we were going to have to do a whole bunch of those boss fights climb up the tower. Hey, look, I actually am doing the thing you guys want me to do. And then fight boss after boss to save Shield Knight. The fairest maiden in all the land, I'm sure. I will be looking Shovel Knight up after this because I'm really curious what kind of game it is. Is it just a platformer game, the kind of game I'm bad at? If so, I'm sorry, Shovel Knight crossover. Like, I have a hard enough time with the bosses in this game. I don't need to struggle in your game. But I'm just gonna kill the last of these trees that I need to finish up my daily. And that's it. Let's actually ascend. Move all that over. And we'll do this real quick. And then that'll be it. So thank you for suffering with me. I hope you enjoyed the event as much as I did. If Spectre Knight comes back, I hope I can shoot him with my bow. I really wish I could have shot him with my bow. But that's a me problem. Oh, I have 10x CPS, that's why this is so easy. Very carefully. Now these still require like a ton of hits, so I can't. That's why I don't buy that. Same thing with these demons; they actually require a ton of hits. I don't know about the trees. We're just not gonna. Actually, shoot! I need to get the trees. We need to see. That's fine. That's fine. Okay, I can just kill the trees, no problem. I don't know about the metal scorpion. And of course, we still have to continue to unlock the bestiary and other things like that. Hey! And the other thing we haven't done is we certainly haven't done this necklace. Which I think is something we should do when we have a soul multiplier and we're farming for souls. But I haven't really had that I haven't really had that opportunity. But all that said, once again, as always, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, feel free to say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And as always, thank you again. And I do hope you have a great day.